One of the trends in the fitness industry over the last couple of years that's really risen to popularity is the trend of high intensity interval training, or we call it HIIT training. A subset of that is Tabata training. And Tabata training is actually very specific in terms of your goals and how it's set up, or the formula that we use for Tabata. Tabata is a 4-minute interval. You're working for 20 seconds, you're resting for 10. But that 20 seconds is supposed to be at the highest intensity that you can possibly conjure in that moment. So you go through 8 rounds, equaling the 4-minute segment. The high intensity interval training can be done in many facets. It can be done in sprints, it can be done in weight training, it can be done in calisthenics where you're using your own body weight. It can be done in high intensity movement patterns, whether it's a stride jump on the floor or jumping jacks or burpees. This is all high intensity intervals. The key to it being not just high intensity for what you need, so what do you define high intensity at, is going to be very different than what somebody else defines high intensity at. It's just your best, your highest intensity in that challenge. Where it differs is the amount of rest time that is left in between circuits. So some people will define high intensity as work for 30 seconds. Maybe it's work for 60. Maybe it's work for 90 seconds. But the thing that happens in our bodies is that as we work at a high intensity, we allow for recovery. In that recovery, we can only recover so much as we layer in those circuits or those Tabata challenges. So as we layer those in, our ability to recover decreases. So it becomes harder and harder to find that best and that high intensity. But what it does is it truly does challenge heart, it challenges muscle, and it's a great way to expedite your fitness. A lot more metabolic cost or caloric cost when we do high intensity interval training. Then there's also what we call the EPOC, or excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. So what that means is it's like an afterburn. And how I like to coach it when we're working with HIIT principles, or even if we're on the bike and we're doing something very intense, is what you invest in yourself in that moment, you reap the rewards afterwards. So your body continues to burn energy and burn calories long after you stop the exercise. So that's a benefit of high intensity. Compare that to something like walking for 30 minutes on a treadmill, where when you start and you stop, that's pretty much the benefit. With high intensity, you're investing in that moment to conjure and get the benefits afterwards. So it's like investing in yourself. What you give me now, or what you don't give me now, you'll lose forever. So let's get the intensity in there where you can and reap the rewards long term.